now you're ready to soar. Left behind the chains that held you tight. Embrace the stars, they birthright right. Profound, lasting transformation. Spark the fuse, your revelation. With every step you break the mold. Turning lead into purest gold. The road ahead is winding, not steep. Yet your heart's a phoenix in eternal leap. Whispers of doubt, but you silence the noise. March forward with unbreakable poise. Oh, when the night is closing in, remember where you've been. Each tear is a jewel, each fall a stride. Find strength deep inside. Profound, lasting transformation. Spark the fuse, your revelation. With every step you break the mold. Turning lead into purest gold. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm happy to see you here again today. We're already on day 8. What a wonderful time we've had so far, and what wonderful things we've come across. Really happy to have you today. And if you're here watching, please do say hello. I'm happy to say hi to you. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So today's theme for us is travel lighter. Okay, so yesterday when we spoke about it, we said that letting go, it doesn't necessarily mean that we forget things, right? We don't need to forget things. So let's just wait for a couple of minutes for people to join. Good morning. Anyone joining us now? Can you say hello so I know that you're here? Well, we have a shy bunch of people sometimes. Good morning. Every morning you can choose. Hey Renu, good morning. Very good morning to you. Happy to see you here again today. Every morning you choose what to carry. The lighter you travel, the more present you become to what's going on in your life, right? So today we will decide what we want to carry with us through the day. Simple, yet very, very effective. Okay. So I would like to ask you, when you go to work, let's imagine you travel by metro. Okay, not by your own car, not in a carpool, but you just travel by metro. You can imagine the crowd. You know how it feels, right? Or at least you've seen how it feels. Imagine that in your bag you have this, a water bottle that holds about half a liter of water, and this is heavy because it's a little more than half a bottle of water. And you have this, that's my mic, okay? And then I have the phone, and then I have my speaker, and I have so many things in the bag, apart from my books and my laptop, my diary. Can you imagine carrying all this on a metro? Can you imagine that? Do you know how it feels? Oh my God, heavy, right? If you resonate with that, just say heavy so I know that you are thinking the same way as I do. So when it gets too heavy, what do we tend to do? We tend to get tired. We tend to not be able to focus on things that we want to focus. Okay? These are physical things that we are able to see. Can I ask you what you've been carrying that is invisible? What did you bring with you this morning? What did you bring with you this morning that is invisible? See, like I was saying on the last podcast, live stream we had, that is at 8:30 in the morning, because that's, when I was just beginning my day with work. As I started talking, to you at that time, I began to realize what I was carrying from the previous day, right? I mentioned that I had unconsciously snapped at somebody and I was carrying that with me at the back of my mind. I was not conscious about it at all. I didn't know that I was carrying this, right? And when I started talking to you, those of you who were on the 8:30 call, live stream, I happened to notice that I snapped and I didn't like it one bit. I felt like I was being mean. So that emotion remained with me and did not, it was sitting at the back. I wasn't even aware of it because I was getting ready for work and doing things, setting this up and all of that. And I realized as I was talking to you that I'm carrying that load with me. Right. So it's truly invisible. We cannot see the emotional load that we're carrying. Okay. So I'm asking you, what are you carrying, if at all anything? Yeah. That is not visible, not like your notebook, not like your coffee, not like your bag. What are you carrying? Right. So that's the theme for today. And let's prepare for the day with 3 nice deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out as we prepare for the day. And the reason why I ask that we do this is because it brings us back to us. Yes, anticipation, concern. Yes, these are the things we carry with us, right? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So, let me tell you about this. The backpack that you're carrying is not necessarily the physical things you're carrying. It could be the conversation you're replaying from yesterday or a month ago, the criticism that you've been carrying with you lifelong, right? A mistake that you made last week, right? Not being able to meet somebody else's expectations, not being able to handle your own anticipation of what is going to happen, right? All of these things are like heavy stones that are sitting inside our backpack. So today is the day we're going to look at them and we're going to decide what to keep and what not to keep with relevance for today. Okay. So we're not going to give up everything. We're not going to have to discard everything that's in the backpack. Maybe something is really necessary for today. We keep that. Right. Okay. So if you've brought your tea or your coffee, please drink along with me. I need to keep hydrating in some form or the other because I'm talking for a long time without a pause. There's very little talking that other people are doing along with me. So I need to keep drinking something. And I'd like to remind you, please do drink that water, because water does not only give you physical relaxation and hydration, it also gives you a lot of mental clarity. So please drink that water. Okay. So imagine that there are two hikers going up a trail, a mountain trail. Okay. One packs only water, food, and a jacket. Okay. The other one, who's like me sometimes, packs extra shoes, a blanket, a kettle, maybe something to keep the ears warm. Okay, an extra scarf, maybe somebody else will need it. Right? That's and a mosquito repellent, because that's how I pack when I travel. Right. So if I have to, I mean, like if I'm staying somewhere, it's okay for me to do that. But if I'm on a mountain trail, I'm definitely not going to make it to the top as easily as somebody else would. So yeah. So when I'm traveling, generally this is what I do. I like to be prepared for things. So I'd like to keep a knife, a pair of scissors, extra shoelaces. That's the kind of person I am. So it doesn't always work, right? So imagine this. By midday, what is actually happening? The first person who is carrying only water, food, and a jacket has more energy by midday than the person who is carrying all the extras, right? And that is because their bag is light. It's not necessarily because they're any stronger. It is not necessarily because they're doing any greater work than the other person is doing. In fact, someone like me will carry more of a load and be stronger and walk up a trail, but reach there by midday at a point where you're supposed to reach, all exhausted. Right? Someone who's carrying stuff like me will tend to do that. They'll be all exhausted because you're carrying a heavy load. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if you're carrying that heavy load that you're weaker. Right? You could be stronger carrying a heavy load and yet be very tired by the end of the day, simply because you're carrying that load. With me? Say yes. I'd like to hear a yes there. Yeah. So let's think about this. How many of us are walking through the day with a backpack filled from yesterday? Can you imagine that? From yesterday, from yesteryears, right? Yes, thank you. Maybe you're carrying a conversation that's already over. Maybe you're carrying criticism from years ago. Someone said sometime when you were talking to them that you didn't speak the right way, or you made a wrong argument, or they said that you were being stupid in the way you were talking about something long, long time back, and that remained with you. The expectation that everyone must understand you, that doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. Some of us struggle with it. Why can't they see that I'm going through this? Well, they don't come from the same environment. They don't come from the same set of experiences. They don't come from the same set of perspectives, and that is why they cannot. Right? It's very difficult. Even if someone is right beside you, sometimes it's very difficult for them to see what you're going through. And sometimes when they see what you're going through, they cannot participate in helping you feel better or be there, sitting there with you in a way that you would like. Right. It doesn't happen always. So if you're in a bad mood and you just want to sit quietly and somebody's sitting beside you and say, tell me what happened. The point is they're trying to get you to speak so that you feel better, but it's really not working. It's just not working for you. That's because they don't understand how you want to play it at that point in time. Right. Now, the need to always get something right. Oh, that's a big one for all of us. We always want to get something right. Everything we do, right? If we make something for the first time in the kitchen, it should be master chef quality. If we keep our house right, it should be Insta worthy. If if someone looks at your desk, it should be like as if they're looking at it in an AI image. That's how we think. No, sometimes it's okay to have a cluttered desk, right? Then we have this fear of disappointing people. And then sometimes when we're carrying all of this together, we tend to just begin to slump in our day. Our energy slumps because we don't know how or what is bringing us down, right? So let's understand something today. There are some things that deserve to be carried. Not everything deserves to be carried. Okay. And yes, you must remember everything. Like, for instance, you let someone ill treat you, you need to remember that so that you don't allow it the next time, right? Or you do something, like I was saying, I maybe I snapped at somebody. So I don't want to do that again. I need to remember that I should not do that, right? I need to remember that. I need to make sure that I don't do it again, right? But it doesn't deserve to be carried with me every day. Even if it happened yesterday, I can decide what I want to carry today, right? So letting go is not forgetting things. It's not letting go of your responsibilities. It is letting go of things that are holding you down so that you make more space for yourself to feel better, to run through your day better, to execute what you want to do, to perform better every single day, right? So, with that, let me take you through our daily exercise. I'd like you to close your eyes and take 3 nice deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. And once more, breathe in and breathe out. And while you're doing that, I want you to imagine that you're standing beside a beautiful river at sunrise. Just imagine that as you close your eyes, and on your back is this backpack that you've been carrying. Feel the weight. Feel the weight of the backpack itself. Feel the weight of the stuff inside the backpack. And don't judge it, just look at it with honesty. And now begin to slowly open it. And inside it, you see pieces of paper, so many pieces of paper, and each one has one thing written on it. So let's say you pick up these different colored pieces of paper with something written on it, and the first one says guilt. The second one says comparison. The third one says that argument. Another says perfection. Another one, trying to please everyone. Another, fear. Don't throw them away. Simply pick up one piece, the one that you're most ready to let go of today, the one that you want to let go of today. Pick that one. Walk to the river and place it gently on the water. Just watch it drift downstream. You don't chase it. You don't pull it back. You just simply watch it go. Take a nice deep breath and notice how your shoulders feel. Notice the space between your shoulders, between your shoulder blades. And now ask yourself, what do I want to make room for today? What do I want to make room for today? Is it peace, presence, courage, joy, any word that comes up to you? For me, today's choice is joy. Imagine placing that gently into your backpack. The backpack is still there. Just smile. Life still has responsibilities. But now you're carrying what matters. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I travel lighter today. I travel lighter today. And now you can rub your palms together, place them over your cheeks and your eyes, and slowly come back. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed that. And today's experiment will be simply to notice every time you feel emotionally heavy. Don't ask, why do I feel this way? Instead, ask, what am I carrying right now that I can put down today? What am I carrying right now? Does this deserve my attention today? That's all we need to do for today. Am I carrying it because I need to carry it, or am I carrying it out of habit? So once you notice that, you will definitely feel lighter, because awareness is the key. So as you step into your day today, remember the backpack, hold on to it tightly, but hold on to what you placed into the backpack today. May you carry hope. May you carry kindness. And may you carry the courage to let go of what you don't need for today and carry what you really want to carry today. So, we're going to discover tomorrow what the strongest people do. Okay, how do they carry their load? And on that note, let's call it a day here and goodbye. Enjoy your day. Have a wonderful Monday. I'd love to see you back tomorrow. See you. Bye bye. Begin again. Love to see you tomorrow again. Bye. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day. See you. Happy to have you here today. Have a wonderful day. See you. May you have a wonderful, yes, begin again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Begin again. That's something that we should remember. Bye bye. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye bye.